Everybody, thank you for coming. Please help yourself to breakfast. This morning is tendered in memory of my father, of Yartz of my father, Rabbi Moshe Feinstein, so everybody can participate in the breakfast. So just a thought related to things that seem natural. There's nothing coincidence in life. My father passed away on a Shabbos, and after Shabbos, my mother said, "Where are you going to bury your father?" We didn't have a funeral plot. So I said, I took an advice for somebody in one of the shtiblich in Manhattan, particular cemetery. So my mother goes, "Who's your father going to be buried next?" So I go, "I have absolutely no idea." It was all sudden. He got sick on a Wednesday and passed away on Friday night. So we walk into the cemetery, and their whole row is empty. Who are they burying? My father next to my mother's cousin, Mayor, who years ago my father put up his tombstone. He didn't have a tombstone. He went and with his own money, it was his inscription on the tombstone. And of all the places in the world that he's buried is next to my mother's cousin, Mayor, who my father put up the tombstone. So everything is min hashamayim, everything is God heavily ordained. And in fact, there's a relation to the Parsha which seems to be like a supernatural story, but it's told of Rabbi Moshe Feinstein. Rabbi Moshe Feinstein was a young rabbi in 1921 in Luban. I think it's Lithuania, some people say it's Russia, I'm not sure exactly. It's one of those places. And what happened is that it was winter, and one of the Jewish inhabitants fell very, very sick, all of a sudden, with a bizarre disease that made his tongue swell up in his mouth. And his life was in danger, and no doctor knew how to treat him in 1921. So Rabbi Moshe Feinstein was asked to come and visit this man, and he went to talk to the man. He wanted to see the Rav, and he said to him the reason why he's being afflicted came to him in a dream. The two daughters of Lot, according to Rabbi Moshe, this is written in the Igros Moshe Volume 8, two daughters of Lot came down and high and he said, "Listen, this man was making fun of Lot's daughter. He kept going on and disparaging them and saying all kinds of terrible things about them." And he said, "How could they call Moab for my father? That's what she named her son. How could she do such a thing? How could King David come from such a person?" So these two women came to him in a dream, and their faces were entirely covered. And they said they were the daughters of Lot, and they descended from the above to rebuke him for his criticism of their conduct and to explain why he was so wrong. And one of them told him he should have been judged her favorably. How could he not realize that a relative of Abraham would behave in such a way without good reason? And the reason why she named her son Moab, which means from my father, was to dispel the notion that other religions have that you have immaculate conception. Every time you have a child, there is a mother and a father. That's the reason why that she Bedavka named her son Moab from my father. And of course, Ben Ami also was the same kind of situation. So this is the reason why from on high, and as soon as he gave this explanation to Moshe why the daughters came to him, he expired. And Moshe always commented how he got a visitation from on high with a special message. Have a wonderful day.